This video of Joe hacking Trezor wallets to retrieve people's crypto funds is blowing up right now, and after watching it, what I think was interesting is that all the people who reached out to Joe all seem to have a similar thing in common. Let's take a look at them and see if we can spot the common theme of how people lose access to their crypto. I watched this entire video and it's really impressive how I managed to hack all of these wallets so fast, so I highly recommend to you go watching this video. I will leave a link to it below. So a short backstory is that Joe is a hacker who has managed in the past to hack several wallets to retrieve funds to their users. Those videos blew up and led to a ton of people reaching out to him for help. So these users end up giving their physical wallets to Joe, and he takes out the chip, places it on a circuit board and runs it using his code to fire precise electromagnetic pulses at the chip, basically forcing it to make controlled mistakes that let him bypass the security to retrieve data from the device, to brute force the PIN code and to access the seed phrase. And the seed phrase is pretty much the end goal, because that is the master key to a user's crypto funds. Once you have that, you have full control of the crypto. And Joe is able to do this again and again with all the users, and he speaks with the people who lost their funds and lets them explain how it happened as well. So let's go through some of them. First, there's a woman going through a divorce. Her ex-husband gave her a Trezor wallet and she forgot her PIN code and couldn't get in. Then there is a man who stored his seed phrase on a piece of paper in what he thought was a safe place in his bedroom. His wife went in to clean the room and threw it away by mistake. So the seed phrase was gone and he had no way back in. Another person accidentally washed their seed phrase in the laundry. The paper was destroyed, but the device was still fine. Another couple moved houses, and in that moving process they lost their seed phrases and they also forgot their PIN code, but they still had access to their Trezor wallet device. And then lastly, a man named Alejandro bought 4 Trezor wallets as gifts for his wife and 3 kids. He then asked a trusted friend to set the wallets up for him, and then he put all of the wallets in his safe, with 1 Bitcoin on each at a time. A year and a half later, he opened the safe, tried to access these wallets and couldn't get in, so he called his friend who said the passwords were lost. So Alejandro gave the devices to Joe, who hacked all of these 4 wallets, and then they looked at the blockchain transaction history for each wallet, and they could see that all of them had been drained on the exact same day. And the only person who could have done it was the friend who set them up, because that friend had seen the seed phrases to those wallets. At that point in time, those funds were worth almost $500,000. So in all of these examples, it comes down to people either not storing their seed phrases or PIN code at all. They are not storing them in a safe place, they are storing them somewhere safe, but they got destroyed or thrown away by mistake, or someone else sees their seed phrase and takes their crypto. So it's quite easy to pinpoint that the recurring issue is both human error and the problems that come with storing seed phrases. Because keep in mind, all these people still had their wallet device. So the Trezor hardware wasn't the problem, it was the seed phrase. Sure, a lot of you watching this video are going to say, just store it correctly, store it on metal plates. And yes, sure, that's good advice. But if we just imagine we want to scale a certain wallet to all the people in the world, there will be many people who fall within this category, where people forget, people trust the wrong person, and life just comes in the way. So does it really need to be this way? Isn't there a safer way to self-custody crypto? The solution is actually a lot simpler and cheaper than most people think. And that is the seedless backup route using the Tangent wallet, because that does not use seed phrases. When you set up a Tangent wallet in seedless mode, the private key is instead generated directly inside the secure chip on the card itself. It never comes out. So there is no piece of paper. And for the people who forgot their PIN code, Tangent supports biometric authentication, so you can use your fingerprint instead of a code you might forget. If you want to check out the Trezor wallet, I will leave my link in the description where you can get up to 30% discount on it. Now, if this video helped you, consider helping me with a like. Alright, see you in the next one.